So I wanted to talk about console wars and game exclusivity. I'm gonna try to keep this video short. There's not really a whole lot to talk about, more of an explanation. But I personally think between the PlayStation fanboys and the Xbox fanboys and this whole console war with, you know, Xbox has no games, PlayStation has no soul, I think it's dumb. There's really no point to have such a quote console war. I mean, I knew the Xbox games over here and the PlayStation games over here are vastly different when it comes to exclusivity. I understand that, and I know those are really old pictures and there's a lot of new stuff to update to it, but the whole point is, right, is the console wars is extremely dumb. In my personal opinion, PC the master race, and both PlayStation and Xbox hate it, right? So the PC is the best way to play video games, and Xbox and PlayStation are the cheapest way to get into playing high-dollar, high-end video game. I'm a major Xbox fan. Always had Xbox since its conception in 2001. I've had a cheap PlayStation 2 that broke on me. I've had a PlayStation 3 that I bought solely for Bleach Soul Resurrection. And I have a PlayStation 4 solely because my wife wanted one. So I've played some PlayStation games. Well, my favorite game on PlayStation is Killzone, more so than anything else. The console wars, again, I can't say it enough. It's dumb. It's stupid. I believe all games should be available for all platforms, so everybody can play, everybody can buy. Developers get more money, the publisher gets more money. That type of situation, right? It's a win-win situation all around. And the PlayStation is still there and the Xbox is still there, but I'm about to talk about what they can compete with differently when it comes to them too. So let me get out of the war and bring up exclusivity. So you got God of War and Avowed. God of War exclusive, Avowed exclusive. They're both more likely going to be single player games. They're both more likely going to show and feel the same in different aspects because they are two different games, but you know, if you understand what I'm trying to say with the time period and the weapons and so on and so forth, they're pretty much the same, right? Just two different games. One's for PlayStation, one's for Xbox. Here's what I think when it comes to exclusivity. I personally believe the best way to move forward in the gaming industry is for there to be a permanent time exclusive situation instead of a permanent exclusive for a particular console. And I'm talking about Nintendo too, but I'm not going to bring up Nintendo a lot this video, but Nintendo really needs to get on board with this too. But anyway, God of War Avowed, similar in a lot of ways, different in some ways too. They're both going to be single player games. There's no doubt about that in my mind. So with time exclusivity, for now on, I believe that every time an Xbox game were to come out, or a PlayStation game were to come out, or even Nintendo, but I'm talking about PlayStation, Xbox, when this game were to come out, like God of War, make it a 6 month to 1 year exclusive on PlayStation. That's it. Because we're never going to get rid of exclusivity. Period. It's not going anywhere. Right? So I'm not worried about playing God of War day one when it releases. Right? I have patience. I'll wait for it. Like if I want to play God of War, I'll wait that 6 months. I'll wait that 1 year to play it on my Xbox or play it on my PC. Same thing for Avowed. Same difference. I will wait 6 months to a year to play Avowed on my PC or on my PlayStation, right? So that, I believe that could work, because if you wanted to play day one, you know, play it for what it is immediately as soon as it comes out, go get the console and play it. But if you don't, hey, at least you're not forced to go buy this console. Some people would want to play God of War right off the bat. Some people want to play Avowed right off the bat. So they'll go out and get those consoles if they don't already have them to play it day one. But for me, I'm like, I can wait. No big deal. I can wait. It'll come out to PC or my preferred platform 6 months to a year's time. DLC comes out. God of War DLC, Avowed DLC, you know, to extend the campaign. They come out, right? So let's just say 1 or 2 DLCs came out in that first year of God of War. When it fully releases for other platforms, they just get the vanilla game and they copy what they did that first year and do it again with the DLCs for the other platforms. You want to play the DLCs now, you got to get the PlayStation. But say God of War came out for PlayStation, DLC came out 3 months later, cool. A year goes by, God of War releases on PC and Xbox. They have to wait 3 months after it's released on these platforms to get that DLC so that they have enough time to play the vanilla version of God of War. It could work like that. Same thing for Avowed. I don't really know much about Avowed, but I know a decent amount about God of War, which is why I'm talking about it a lot. So that's what I think. It could work. No more than a year, no less than 6 months. It gives the console a little bit of value because if you want to play it day one, you got to have the console or you're going to have to wait type of situation. But let's get into one type of game, which I'm going to bring up, Halo Infinite, right? Halo Infinite is a live service game that's coming out. It's got a 10-year plan ahead of it, like Destiny and a few other games like that, right? So Halo Infinite is going to be exclusive for Xbox and PC. PlayStation won't be able to play it. I'm a major Halo fan. I love Halo to death. If you've seen any of my previous videos, you'll see that I have a lot of Halo themed content in my videos. I love Halo to death. I don't want Halo going to PlayStation, but I'm all for everybody being able to play anything at any time on any platform when it releases, right? But I know for a fact exclusives are never going to go away. So for Halo Infinite, it's got a 10-year plan. So for the whole first year, it's exclusive to Xbox, PC. It's updates, it's down, all that type of stuff. But see, Infinite has to be treated differently. It's a live service. Destiny was a live service. Anthem was a live service. Fallout 76 is a live service, and so on and so on. MMO type of games and stuff like that. They would need to at least do a year. And no more than a year, but no less than a year. But with its DLCs are different. When it comes to multiplayer stuff, multiplayer DLCs, if it's strictly online, like World of Warcraft and Destiny and stuff, then after that year and it gets ported to PlayStation and everything else, then all the DLCs have to come with it so it can be cross-platform, right? But what they could do with Halo Infinite for games like that, it has a campaign and a multiplayer. So all the DLC that comes out for the multiplayer will come out when it ports to the other consoles that same day, so that it's cross-platform, everybody can play with each other on multiplayer. But for campaign, Halo Infinite, again, the last Halo entry, main entry, besides third-party, side story stuff, it's the last main entry of the game, and they already said that they're going to have DLC come out that expands Master Chief's story within Halo Infinite, right? So a year goes by, one already released, expanding the campaign a little bit. They're going to have to wait the same time to get it after it comes to PlayStation. Same thing for God of War, same thing for Avowed, because it's single player. If it's single player based, they can do it that way, right? And I get that, Halo Infinite's going to have online multiplayer, right? I don't care. It's not online co-op, right? I don't care. It's not multiplayer, it's co-op. So if you want to play the new DLC, you better have an Xbox, you better have a PC, or you're going to have to wait until they release that DLC for PlayStation 6 months down the road, or however long it took to get that DLC out. But multiplayer is already there. All the multiplayer stuff is there. That's what I think could work. So with all that being said, I'm going to go on ahead and end this video. Console wars is dumb as fuck. Exclusivity is dumb as fuck. But exclusivity is never going away. And in my opinion, what I just explained, a timed exclusive permanent deal for all consoles and PC, it's the most logical way to go, especially in today's time. There's one more thing I wanted to talk about real quick. We'll keep it short. So with this time exclusivity deal, right? So E3 comes along, Xbox and PlayStation have to show off their consoles. At this time, they have more incentive to make sure that the console that they're trying to sell to the consumers are more powerful, work better, so on and so forth. What is the reason why I should get an Xbox over PlayStation, or get a PlayStation over Xbox? Better UI, better graphics, better memory, better FPS performance, resolution performance, stuff like that. They could focus on the technical parts of the console more than they focus on exclusivity. So consoles are only here to begin with, ever since the inception of consoles in the very beginning, to make it a cheap way to play games at your house without having to get an expensive computer that I have over here to my right. PC will always be the master race of gaming. There's no arguing with that. If you want the best for your games, you will get a high dollar PC. But not everybody can afford a high dollar PC. Consoles exist. It might not be the best compared to PC, but you can still play those games at the fraction of a cost. So console wars, again, is dumb. It's irrelevant. Should have been dead a long time ago, and it's shameful. But anyway, I'm gonna call it there. Thank y'all so much for watching this video. If you want to stay up to date, please subscribe, put a like on this video, push the bell icon. I'm trying to make more videos for YouTube. I do a lot of streaming. If you want to catch me over there, I stream on Facebook. Facebook's already paid me. They've been nice to me on like Twitch. It's Yashime8. Again, the same username as my YouTube, Yashime8 at Facebook. Find me there. I primarily stream Halo stuff, but here lately I've been doing some Fallout 3 with a few enhancement mods and some other things like that. So anyway, anyhow, God bless y'all, and I hope to see y'all in my next video. Peace.